Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the fourth edition of Playoff Profiles. Again, Big Black Rainbows. Alongside me today is the support of Genesis Academy, BP, and the top laner for Genesis Academy, Catphil. How are you guys doing this fine evening?
Doing very
Good,
well.
good.
That's great. First things first. Congratulations on making playoffs, you guys. Obviously, I'm part of the team, so yay to me too. Um, but Cat Phil, you specifically haven't been part of the team for the whole season, right? Um, how did you get brought into the team? First of all, I honestly don't remember.
Um, well, I didn't know if I wanted to play in duo this split, and so I rejected some offers from teams at the start of the season. And then as the season progressed, I was like, you know what? Maybe I do want to play in duo. And I saw that Genesis Academy was looking for a top and a mid laner at the time, and I was like, you know what? This seems like why not? Let's see, let's roll the dice.
All right. And then BP, I know you've been friends with Peyton for a little bit, right? Is that how you got started here in Genesis?
Um, they reached out to me about starting. I had put several ads out looking to start my own team for this coming season of Duo because Sad Dinos fell apart. And I was like, so I was putting out ads, gonna make my own team with poker and strippers, blackjack and strippers. Um, and um, Peyton reached out and he was like, "Hey, do you wanna join the team? Do you wanna help make the team that I'm running for IBSG?" And I was like, "You know what? It is easier to exist in an org."
Facts. All right. Well, uh, with that out of the way, we as the IBSG team, we've had a lot of roster issues throughout the whole season. We've probably had, 12, 15 players come and go throughout the time. Um, but with that, kind of out of the way, I think we, as the players we have now, have come together quite well. Especially Claps, he's been here the second longest, I think. Maybe he came when you did, Cap. But how do you
Mhm.
feel about everyone? Like, do you think everyone jives well together and whatnot?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think when we play, we tend to have, pretty good synergy. We're always having a pretty good time playing. Obviously, it's one of those things where it's such a short amount of time together. But overall, I don't think I have any complaints.
I mean, I like everybody. Everyone. I consider everyone a friend, so it's fun to play with you guys. Even though we all give each other shit nonstop, literally nonstop during games. It's it's part of what makes it fun.
Very true, very true. Well, outside of League, do you guys play anything else? I know there's like a lot of Overwatch and CS:GO and Valorant and whatnot, but what else do you guys play besides this?
Um, I used to be really into Hearthstone,
Oh,
um, and I play Teamfight Tactics. Not all the time. Sometimes I've hit plat every set except this one, so I might push for it, but I don't know. I hit gold, but other than that, I don't play shooters. I'm Terabad.
okay. What about you, Cap?
Um, well, I used to be really, really big into shooters. I mean, I was in the top like 1% of ranked players for Black Ops 2, and so Uh, I was also top 500 in Overwatch for a little while, so that was kind of my bread and butter for a long time. But I made the switch to PC gaming last year, and so I can't really
Oh.
play shooters anymore. But other than League of Legends right now, I mean, I still play a little bit of Overwatch here and there, and then I play some strategy games.
So you were a console player, huh, there, bud?
Yeah.
Oh God, you dirty soul. Oh man. Uh, well, so obviously this is supposed to be a lot about playoffs since we did make it, right? So let's move to some playoff questions. First off, um, this is gonna be a little hard for you to answer, Kat, but I'll let you chime in when you can. let's go all the way back to week 1, or Cap in your case when you joined the team, right? Oh, we got a kitty cat. Hey. What was your guys' personal expectations, and what expectations you had for the team when you joined together?
Um, I mean, obviously, I joined a little later in the season, but I expected to win almost right away. I know I played in duo last split, and I went winless actually. Playing
Oh
first
wow.
on Royalty, which ended up leaving, and then I subbed in for one game on Sad Dinos. But I could tell that, I mean, the level of competition, I don't want to be disrespectful or even sound conceited, but the level of competition wasn't the greatest. And so I fully expected going in that, as a team, we would, regardless of a lack of chemistry, we would be able to get things together and at the very least make playoffs.
Okay. What about you, BP?
I had full intentions of making playoffs. Um, Even when things were like rough and we were having all the roster issues, um, I was just always really confident that we were gonna get it worked out in time to make playoffs, and we did. So I'm happy with that.
Okay. Well, Cap, you mentioned a little bit about the level of competition. So do you think this season is, easier, harder, or about the same compared to last season?
Um, I mean, last season I only played about 3 weeks, but in my experience, I think that the top lane role has gotten a little bit weaker. I know last season there was in the games that I played there was some singed gaming going on in the top lane, and there's no more of that. And I kind of liked those singed players. I thought that they were not bad at the game, and so I think the competition might have gone down just a little bit. Obviously, you have the giant of TA Wolves, which everybody's so scared of. But I mean, just looking at it, I think overall the drop off from them to the other teams is a little large.
Are we gonna get some singed out of you this week or tomorrow, tonight, whatever day we play? I don't even know anymore.
I mean, we can't leak draft strategies, but I am a singed gamer myself.
Okay, all right, that's fair. What do you think about the competition? BP a little bit harder, easier? What do you think?
Um, I it's hard because I've played in duo for 4 seasons, so I have seen the competition go up and down. I would say we're in a mid pack season where I feel like a lot of the teams are closer together than people would like to admit, and there's like there's outliers in both directions, but the middle of the pack is very um condensed compared to the fringe.
Okay, okay. So let's look at the bigger picture, right? So we have obviously us, we have Event Horizon, Team and Bushin, uh, Pawn Sacrifice, and Average on a good day for the playoff teams. Out of all of those, which ones are you guys fearing the most for this potential playoff run?
Personally, I don't think that any team is a lot scarier than the rest. I think just off name recognition, EH and TA Wolves have like an aura that people seem to respect them more, but I don't think they're particularly stronger than other teams. Personally, I just dislike going against Pawn Sacrifice. I've had like not even bad experiences against them. I just feel like every time I go against them, there's just a mage that kind of 1v9s the game. So
You can't be mentioning a Nivea, can you? Damn. What about you, BP? Which team do you think you fear the most?
um I think fear is the wrong word. I don't think
Okay.
I'm not personally scared of any of the teams that are in playoffs. Um, just because I'm used to competing and being an underdog. So I'm very comfortable in the position that we're in. Um, and I'm excited to run everyone's brackets.
All right. Well, speaking of ruining brackets, we just had one, what, half hour ago ish, roughly. How do
Mhm.
you guys feel after seeing your big brother, parent team, whatever the hell you want to call it, upset Exodia.
It was fun to watch.
Okay. How about you, Cap? How you feeling after that?
I mean, in my opinion, that wasn't an upset. I thought
All
that they
right.
would win that. So,
Does that
to
give
be
you
fair.
guys a little confidence boost or anything like that?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I think me getting proved right means that I believe we can prove myself right again tomorrow.
Hmm.
True. And it proves you got a big brain. Too bad we
True.
can't see it though.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about our specific matchup. We play Event Horizon tomorrow, and what are our initial thoughts going into that? Cap, you mentioned that they have like that Aurora, and they still have some big noticeable names. So Lone Wind, True Tobaga, and whatnot. So what are your initial thoughts going into that match for tomorrow?
I mean, I think they are the defending champions, if memory serves correctly. And so, like, anytime you have a defending champion, you have to give them a level of respect. Like, you win a championship for a reason, whether you have some roster swaps or not. There's that knowledge of how to win that you have to be able to acknowledge and respect. But I don't think that they're particularly scary, like I said before. I think that it's something that we can definitely win. I think they have some pretty glaring weaknesses. I think that their top laner seems like a good player. In my opinion, he's either the second or third best top laner in the league, but even still I think that there's just a gap between him and the two best top laners.
Okay. Would you consider yourself the best or a best top laner?
Um Based on all of the matchups I've played, I would consider myself the best. I did not play Team Ambition Wolves, so I don't know about their top laner. I haven't been able to play them, so I can't really formulate an opinion. But based on what I've seen, they tend to have a good top laner over there. So yeah, I would say I'm the best that I've seen. Yeah.
Okay. Beefy, what are your thoughts on, or your first thoughts rather, about the series tomorrow?
Um, I don't think it's gonna be a 2-0 on either side. I think it's gonna go 3 games. I think Lone is their best player, but I know that we're gonna respect him. Because you don't not do that.
True.
um, like I remember back when he was like playing Yasuo and people actually weren't banning it. It's like I'm watching the drafts. I'm like, what are you doing? So I know we're gonna have a good draft tomorrow. I know we've been working on draft hard, and so I'm just excited to see how the games go.
Okay. Well, since I'm on the team, I'm gonna give a little bit of my input too. Like Cap was
No,
saying, no. All right. Well, okay.
no.
Next question. No. um, well, like Cap was saying, because they are the defending champs. I hope they are at this point. We've already said it twice. Um, there that is a pretty high level of respect that is kind of granted at that point. Um, but compared to last season, they definitely aren't the Titan Slayers that they were. They've played a couple games. They've won convincingly in some, and then they lost horribly in others. And I think they're definitely beatable. And like you said, BP, I don't think it'll be a 2-0. I know a lot of people don't see us as being a strong team at all, but I do think there's going to be a point in time where we come in there and like bust their balls, so to speak. Like we come out swinging and just like surprise them, whether that be game one or game three or game two, whatever the case may be, right? I do think there's gonna be one game where we really show off our individual talents and hopefully take a game off them. And speaking about individual talents, you can toot your own horn with this one. I'm okay with it, but it's a two-part question. So, which player are you most looking forward to, or what player are you really watching on their team specifically for this series?
I mean, for me, I would say I would. I mean, I'm just gonna take the easy way out here and say you just look at the mid lane,
Hmm.
right? I think mid lane has always been one of the more impactful roles, and Lone Wind has this reputation about him for being, the carry player, one of the better mid laners in duo, and so I think it's just going to be important to just kind of monitor that.
Okay. You were shaking your head a little bit. BP, do you agree with that?
Well, that's the easy way out, but I'm gonna give you a different answer because I had a backup.
Okay.
So I'm really watching the bot lane mainly because I'm in it. Um, I really am confident in Capped and Claps on the top side of the map, getting things rolling, getting kills up there. So I feel like if we can get some kind of an edge in the bot lane, that's going to make the games go so much easier. So I've got my eyes on the bot lane, looking to hopefully get us ahead in the games.
Okay. Uh, I agree with both of you guys. Obviously, like you said, Cap, the easy ones to go alone win. But I think True really is underappreciated. Maybe not specifically on his team, but in the duo community as a whole. Not only is his memes on point, especially I don't know if you guys saw it, but the one today about the school bus one with Genesis giving them the fight of their lives. I thought that was amazing. But he's a great support player, hands down. And so with that in mind, who are your guys' players to watch for our team this weekend?
To that end, I think I would say it's going to be our bot lane. I mean, the two of you, I think, are a big barometer for our team. Like, anytime you guys play well, I think we tend to do really, really well. And so I think, I'm looking forward to seeing a strong performance tomorrow.
Okay. I think you're muted, BP, or at least your thing
Um,
unplugged.
I fixed it. Um, I'm gonna go with a Nindo.
Okay.
I think he's really gonna surprise some people tomorrow. I think he's underrated. Um, I hope we get him on champions that I've seen him play to like that he hasn't played in duo. I really want to see him open up his champion pool if we're allowed to in draft because I think he can really surprise some people.
Very true. I think that's going to be a very important matchup. Him against Lone Win, and if our glorious headmaster Furman gets him on a team fighting champ, it'll be a fun thing to watch. That's for sure. So now we
You
talked
know,
to. Oh, go ahead.
hey, when's this gonna go up? Is this going up before the game?
If YouTube works, it should. I have.
Okay,
I'm
well, never mind. Never mind.
okay. All right. Yeah, the two that you sent me, they've been uploading for 2.5 hours, so we'll see what happens with YouTube.
Perfect.
Um, anyway, um, last thing I gotta ask you guys before I give a well-rounded question. The series itself, right? We've kind of hinted towards a 2-1 or it being close and whatnot, but I want to hear specifically why you guys think it'll go a certain way.
You
I
go
mean,
first.
in my opinion, again, we're getting back to me being a little bit more confident and even arrogant. I don't think it's going to be that close. I said it's going to
Oh,
be a 2-1. I was just being conservative in that. I really think that the base just looking at the teams, I think we have some of the more individually talented players, and I think that we're going to show up and it maybe we'll drop a game because we'll make like a silly mistake, but the reality is I believe that we are just a better team. So
okay.
Um, I think it's gonna be 2-1, just because I think do I think we're gonna win? Yes, I do. Am I being cocky? Maybe. Do I have faith in my team? Yes, absolutely. So I think we're gonna win. Um, and do I think it will be close? I think it will be less close than people think.
Okay. Okay. All right. So last question here. You can choose again. You could choose the easy way out and pick ourselves, right? That's what people have been doing. But if you had to choose one team to win finals right now, who do you got?
I guess I'll exclude myself or us because obviously I'm riding pretty high on us. If I had to choose one team to win, I think it would be EH. I think EH is the second best team in the league, in my opinion. I think that again, just defending champions, you have to put a level of respect on them that I think that gives them an edge over the other teams.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect you to say EH, but I like it. Okay.
I'm actually gonna go with EH as well. I think that if they beat us tomorrow, they will win the entire thing.
Wow. So we're saying fuck TA Wolves and fuck average, and we're going straight for the low-hanging fruit in EH. All right.
I
Holy
mean,
shit.
I don't rate average on a good day that high, to be clear. I think that that
Oh,
team is overrated by a pretty big margin.
okay. Interesting.
Didn't we scrimmed them, right?
We beat
Yes,
them in
and it
and
was not
yeah,
close.
we did
I
scrim
was
It
them
was
like,
not
and then
close.
we
I
beat them
didn't
too.
I didn't remember those games being close at all.
Yeah,
So
the
I
that
don't.
game
I guess I don't
specifically.
really have a high. I don't really have a high opinion of them either. Not to flame, but
I
just
think that like they have good drafts from what I remember seeing. I think that their drafts tend to be pretty strong, but I think that as individually talented players, they're not. It's not enough to beat one of the top three teams. Those top three teams being TA Wolves, EH, and us.
Okay, that's fair. Well, that's all the questions I got for you guys. With that being said, is there any last comments or shout outs or additional flame that you'd like to deliver?
No,
Okay. Nice, short, sweet, to the point. All right. What about you, BP?
um. I don't know. I'm just here to prove everyone wrong that I'm not a shit support.
To be fair, a lot of stuff has been proven wrong by first of all us making playoffs and now the big brother team again, whatever you want to call them, making semis to this point. So I think you've definitely proved a lot yourself, and like you said, there is still more to prove. So let's see if we can do that tomorrow. Uh, but again, so thank both of you for taking the time to do this. Once again, this has been BP, the support, Cat Phil, the top laner, and then myself, Big Black Rainbows, all for Genesis Academy. And if this gets up on YouTube in time, we're not streamed, are we?
No, but it'll probably be watch partied.
Fair. All right. Either way, though, this has been Playoff Profiles, and we'll catch you guys for the semifinals interviews with both Team Ambition teams, both Pawn Sacrifice teams, right? That should be it. Yeah. Either way, we'll catch you next time.